Hi, this is Amy M. Burns from amymburns.com and author of the publication Using Technology with Elementary Music Approaches, available from Oxford University Press and Amazon today. This post is titled 10 Things I Wish I Knew Before Teaching Elementary General Music. Recently, a member of Midnight Music Community brought up an interesting topic which was titled 10 Things I Wish I Knew Before Teaching. Several members, myself included, provided their insights. Following that, Midnight Music posed a similar question on their Facebook group, asking for advice that we would give to new teachers. That question and this topic changed for me annually, as what I felt I needed to know when I first started teaching is not what I would advise 25 plus years later. So here are my 10 items I wish I knew and would give advice to a new teacher today, teaching elementary general music. What's yours? Leave it in a comment below. Okay, number 1. During your first year, take on any recess or card duties that a senior teacher asks you to cover for them. Reasoning? You need to build relationships with the teachers, as you will probably need their assistance at some point during the year, whether for concerts, shows, etc. Moreover, teachers possess a wealth of knowledge about the school and the parent/family body, making their information so valuable. Number 2. Learn the names of all administrative assistants, facilities crew, cleanup crew, kitchen crew, etc., and give them appreciation gifts or notes every few months as they run the school. Reasoning? Because they run the school. They know all, and you cannot run your program without them, and they rarely ever get a break. Number 3, even if you have very little earnings, contribute to your retirement plan from the very beginning. You will thank yourself in 20 years. Reasoning? The post-school debt monster is a tough beast to beat, and with monthly bills piling up, it's tough to make ends meet, let alone think about retirement. But don't lose hope. As your career takes off, things will get better, and starting your retirement plan early will be a genius move. Trust us, catching up later in life is like trying to chase a cheetah with a broken leg. Number 4, find any and every way to connect with your students, even if it means you are showcasing or sprinkling in music that you do not always appreciate, or trying new things that ultimately fail. Reasoning? Relationships. As we need to build relationships with our colleagues, it is also important to build relationships with your students. When they feel like they can count on you and catch your contagious enthusiasm, your classes will be the hot spot everyone's talking about. Number 5, discover various methodologies and approaches and identify the one or ones that suit you best. Reasoning? In my experience, sticking with a single methodology or approach often proves insufficient for me and my students. Instead, I find that researching and implementing various techniques, a combination of them even, yields better results in the classroom. That being said, I've encountered several exceptional music teachers who successfully employ a single approach for their elementary students. Ultimately, it's essential to determine what works best for you and your learners and pursue that path wholeheartedly. Number 6, remember that it takes at least 5 years for you to build a program to the inkling of what you want it to be, and then even more years to get it to be what you envisioned. Reasoning? If you take over from an adored music teacher, you'll have big shoes to fill, and comparisons might linger for a while. But as your students grow and develop, you'll carve your own path and create a program that's uniquely yours. Alternatively, if you're starting from scratch in a program that's never had a consistent music teacher, building trust with students, colleagues, and families will take some time, but don't worry. Stay calm, stay patient, and keep reminding yourself that great things take time. Trust the process, and soon you'll have a music program that will rock your socks off. Number 7, however, also remember that some schools and administration are not the right fit for you. And when you realize that, look for other places to teach. Don't give up on teaching just yet. Number 8, try new things. Think outside the box. Reasoning? You just never know what might strike a chord with your students. Number 9, if you can, try not to judge other teachers. You never know what they are going through on that day. This is easier said than done, I know. Reasoning. Our teaching emphasizes the importance of leading with kindness and empathy. While these values guide us in most cases, conflicts can arise, and it's necessary to explore alternative resolution methods. Nevertheless, we strive to begin by prioritizing kindness and empathy. And number 10, if you can, take time for yourself at least once a week. This is challenging because life is busy and can be tough, but try to find those minutes of mindfulness. Reasoning. Life can be unpredictable, and sometimes it feels like we're running a marathon with no breaks in sight. We all have those days when we can hit the gym, read a chapter of a book, and even squeeze in a little me time. But let's face it, there are days when it feels like we're last on our own priority list. In those moments, it's important to muster all your strength and carve out a little time for yourself. Even if it's just 10 minutes to sip on your favorite drink, give yourself permission to enjoy those minutes. Remember, you deserve it, and a little self-love goes a long way. So, coming up next, more play-along videos, top 10 lists, articles, and conferences this year. And if you're attending CASMEC, TMEA, or NJMEA, please stop by and say hi. Have you missed my recent top 10 list about the first day back activities? These can be used at any time of the year. Check them out in the link below.